Hi, thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm Ghost Prime, and we're going to check out Generation 1 Repugnus. Now, he came out in 1987, and unfortunately, that was too late for him to be featured in the US cartoon, but he was featured in the Headmaster's follow-up in Japan. Now, as a character, his bio says that he was kicked out of the Autobots multiple times, but they keep calling on him to do low-down and dirty missions that no one else wants to do. So that's kind of an interesting backstory for this guy. He's a weird transformer. It's just definitely a weird one. Unfortunately, mine is not complete. I am missing the gun. I go into that in the review. Honestly, I hate saying it, but it super helps if you like and subscribe. And without any further ado, let's get to the review. First, we're going to take a look at the packaging. And he's a weird one. Just a very weird, and even how he was packaged. Because they're always packaged in alt mode, and he's kind of laying down in there. It's really, really weird. Of course, he had instructions and everything like that. And we move on to the figure. And, I mean, he's pretty cool. So, he's got these very long heels, which you could actually kind of make him stand up in different ways. Like, he could really, really, like, stand or sit. Or he's got a lot of, like, stability when it comes to that. Especially with that big backpack. So you have him like that. You can kind of like, you can even see some of the articulation in this here. I don't know if he'll stand like that, but he's, you know, he definitely has articulation in these legs. Really kind of a cool figure. And if you look at his face there, now he was a spark bot, of course. So you get that, some paint chipping right there, which is annoying because everything else in this one's actually pretty good condition. His rub sign in the back, here. You can see that still works. He's an Autobot. And yeah, I mean, I dig him. He's really cool. I don't really have any of the other spots, but he's really, just really, really cool. The backpack, again, is really weird. It doesn't seem like a wholly necessary thing. It's strange in my opinion. But yeah, you see some sticker details show up on him. He's got articulation, like I said, with the legs. Move the backpack away. He's got pretty good articulation, knee articulation, waist articulation due to transformation. I guess you could call that an elbow, up and down. And the most important feature of all, he has a button up here that does this. He sparks, and this one does still work. One of the things that's hard to find are these that actually still spark, and this one still sparks, so that's really, really awesome. You can find the bot for really cheap. I mean, I got this one for, I think it was 30 bucks. It was super cheap. Now, the one piece I don't have, he comes with one accessory, and that is a handgun. And that is the one that gets expensive. I'm going to end up paying more money for the handgun than I am the figure. So if you do get one of these, try to get one complete. He's really cool. And decided to bring a different Generation 1 Prime for this, the Pepsi one, but he's just Generation 1 Prime, so you get an idea that he's just about as tall as Prime. So for transformation, is very unique, just as unique as his character model. First thing is you straighten out his legs. Then you want to take his thighs, pull those down, they snap down to his shins and cover up the monster shins. Take his waist, spin it all the way around so he's got the feet, the heels in the back there, and move the back part out of the way. Rotate that whole thing and rotate this back piece. The button's right there. There's a hole there for that. Rotate that like that. Here is his arms. Extend those. And then he's got fists. Come out like that. There you go. Super simple. His talons fold in to go straight, and then fold those to make chesticles. You take his head and lift it up like that, and there he is in robot mode. And he's the same height in robot mode as he is in monster mode, but he's got a giant backpack. See, this is why I think this is sort of superfluous. It's completely unnecessary for transformation or really anything. It's just a design piece. I am missing a sticker here. But, you know, he has stickers that show up. And he's kind of bland. I mean, check out that head sculpt. He's got a good head sculpt, but it's all one color except for those gleaming, glowing green eyes. And his chest, This actually limits his articulation. His arms can only move out to there, but he does have elbows like that. And he's, you know, some of the same articulation in the legs. His knees are limited due to these pieces coming down. I mean, he's a very interesting bot. And because I'm filming this on Halloween for the comparison, we're going to bring in Ghost Prime. So, you see, he's about the same size as he was in the monster mode. Not really too much difference in height as far as transformation. So to conclude, if you are going to get this figure, there are a couple things to look out for. Obviously is the spark gimmick. You got to make sure that actually works, because that adds to the price of him. At least it adds to the value, I would say, of this figure. Make sure that sparking gimmick works, because oftentimes it does not. Also, make sure he has his gun. A lot of his joints are really clicky, so I've seen a lot of these that are really good shape as far as joints are concerned, because they're all really clicky, springs inside of them, very well made, solid figure. But you're gonna be missing that gun on 90% of these. So that is an extra $40, $50 investment after you already buy the figure, so bear that in mind. Paint chipping, that is one of the things that is inevitable on a played toy, especially when you have this paint that's that large on just on the face. You know, kids bash these things around in the 80s. I mean, I know I did. So there is definitely that. And of course, as always with Generation 1s, sticker wear. But anyway, let me know what you think of this guy. Do you have a complete one? I mean, do you have any other versions of him? I think he's really cool. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next review.